Hi guys, what is up? Okay, it is now July 13th and I thought it would be a good time to do another 3-month reading wrap up. So my reading has gone down since working, but I feel like on a normal reading basis now, I feel like it's an amount of normal books. Also some audiobooks have been listened to in between this just to obviously help me. But April honestly was a big month and I didn't realize it, but April was good. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 11 books we read in April, and honestly all good reads, but maybe 2. So I wanted to go through them. I finished up the Dreamland Billionaire series. Honestly, this one was my favorite. I loved Cal. I loved Lauren Asher's books. I did drag these out only because, one, it was so long. I felt like this one didn't need to be that long, but I loved all her books. Her books were wonderful. If you're looking for a good author, I'd honestly recommend her. She's great. I have another series that I did finish from her, and pretty sure it was like her last, like, I read all her series. She just has one standing novella, which is like Christmassy, so I'm waiting till Christmas time to read that. But I read her Lakefront Billionaire series, and I liked them so much more than the Dreamland. Dreamland was still great, and I'd give it, I think I gave it 4 stars. Honestly, I don't remember the stars that I've given these. I should write it next to when I read the books, but yeah, I read this whole series. Highly recommend them. I love them all. I gotta say, I don't remember each person's names because there was a lot and I read a lot, but I know this one was she was an interior designer, so maybe that's why I connected to her a lot, because I have my certificate in interior design. But just the way these men yearned for these girls, I was obsessed. Literally each book, I would give it 4.5. Each book was great and I did not get bored. They were wonderful. I audio did this one because I just wanted to get it over with. I bought it for my birthday and I just was not into it, but I could never DNF a book. So we audiobooked this and it was good. I think I rated it like a 3. It just wasn't it, honestly. The ending was the best, like the twist was the best part. But other than that, it was not anything to rave about. So that one was my iffy one. One by One by Frida. This was great. I think I rated it 4.5 or 5. I'm not sure. I was gasping while reading this. It was so good. I highly recommend this. I did not guess who the killer was. It made me keep guessing and guessing. Never guessed this person. I actually just told my friend to read this because it was so good. Highly recommend that one. I started the Chestnut Spring series, which you will see. Yeah, put me in a reading slump. It was really good, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Heartless, my favorite. And I read Flawless, the first one. Heartless, he was my favorite. Very good books. I don't know, put me in a reading slump. But I'm finally back out of it, and you will see which book actually got me out of it. The Defender, I'm sorry, I did not like these 2 books from her. Love the Twisted series, which everybody hates on. I did not like these ones. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just don't enjoy reading soccer. Don't know, but I think this one was a 3. Maybe I gave it a 3.5. I liked either this one or the last one more than each other, and I don't remember which one it was. But that one was my second to least in April's reading. Sunrise on the Reaping. I read this only because the movie's coming out. And I just recently watched all the Hunger Games. First timer. I gotta say, what he went through was nuts. But it was just like it was a read. It wasn't like, I don't know, I didn't rave about it. But it was a good read. I think I rated it at 3.5. I don't remember. And then I also read In Her Own League by Liz Temporti. And I did not want to read this. Just was not. I don't know if I finished reading this by an audiobook. I can't remember. I don't think so. I just did want to read about older people. But it was good. I liked how she brought in the younger guys for a little bit in between here and there. So I think that's the only reason why I kept reading. And I gotta say, she made Emmett Montgomery hot. I will say that. But I probably would never read something about like an older guy. But it was a good read. I think I rated it a 4. But that was my April reads. Not bad. Now, my May was only 6. And this is what I mean by reading slump. I audio booked the whole Off-Campus series. I could not, one, physically find the time to read it with starting my new job and everything. So I audiobooked them. I loved them all. I gotta say, I wanted to audiobook these obviously before Off-Campus came out, which that show was Chef Kisses. And I cannot wait for season 2 because Dean's book was my favorite book. So I think I gave them all 4s. I feel like Tucker's was the most book I was least interested in. Might have given him 3.5. But I then physically read Powerless, which took me 2 weeks. One, it's a big book, and again, just was not into reading with the slump. I don't know what was going on. So I did finish this. This is the 3rd book in the Chestnut series. And I love Jasper. This book was good. I will say that. And then, by the time I finished that, it was already June. And these have gotten me, well, I should say, Carly Fortune's books got me out of my reading slump. So after Powerless, I binged this book to then watch the show. This is 5 stars. 5 stars. This book was wonderful. Finished it in 2 days. Out of my reading slump. Was great. Watched the show. I liked the show. Again, it was not the book, but I go into these knowing that it's not going to ever be the book. Especially, I've seen some, The Housemaid was not this, like, they changed the ending. I just feel like they have to do this in order to keep us still, like, intrigued and different from people who read it and want to watch it. I don't know. But I liked it. Then I read Charlie's book, another 5 stars. This, I did not want to stop reading this. Like, I took a little long to read this because I did not want to finish it. So, these 2 5 stars got me out of my reading slump. Then I audio listened to Consider Me, which is Playing for Keeps series. So I am in the middle of just listening to these books, but I physically have them because I got them for Christmas. They're just way too big. They're going to take me forever. So I just been listening to audiobooks that are big because I'm trying to get down on my TBR. It's nuts. But I liked it. I'd give it a 4. It was cute. I mean, I did listen to it in 2 days, so I would say it was cute. It just was not a 5. I don't know what Carly Fortune's books were doing to me. They were great. After I listened to that, I started Our Perfect Storm. I've been also loving season reading, and I've never been one to like read summary books in summer, and I love it, and I cannot wait to read fall books in the fall. It's just been wonderful. So I read Our Perfect Storm. I was gonna give it a 4.5, but I ended up giving it a 4. I loved the story. It was very, you knew what was gonna happen type deal, which is why I gave it a 4. Like childhood friends to lovers, you just know obviously they're gonna end up together. But their story was cute. I loved how they came back together, and it was a good read. Alright. I forgot we're in July. So these 2 books don't count for June, so I'm taking this guess out of the 5 books that I read, and it was 4. So, not a big amount of reading was done in the last 3 months, but I'm not mad about it. I feel like this is kind of normal reading, but I've also listened to them too, so I guess you would say normal reading. Good reads, some bad, all the usual, and yeah. If you like these videos, make sure to give them a thumbs up and subscribe so I know to keep making these, and I will see you in the next 3 months with another reading wrap up.